Welcome back to another episode of Daily Fortnite, your daily podcast about Fortnite. I'm your host, Mikey, aka Mike Daddy, aka Magnificent Mikey. There isn't any news to talk about today, so let's talk opinion. We got an update recently, we got ranked mode, and we got a few other things that went along with it, right? We got the most recent update that added web slingers, but then we are nerfing sniper rifles, body shots, and the damage to walls. You can only one shot wood walls now. They nerfed grenades heavily, only doing 40 damage. They nerfed the competitive style play in general. They nerfed eliminations, right? Basically by not giving us siphon anymore on eliminations, and they made it so that the loot pool is pretty much the same across all modes. And depending on where you look, there's going to be a big portion of the audience and player base that this upsets. That's going to be your professional players. And then there's people like me where we are loving it. Sorry, yeah, I mean, that's my opinion. Again, anybody who's been listening to this podcast since the beginning and my thoughts on competitive know that that's probably the way I was going to lean. I think this isn't perfect. Should there be siphon? I think there should still be siphon. This is where I feel Epic makes mistakes. They take big swings, like wildly big swings, one way or the other. They never just come in with a medium take, right? So, for instance, the grenades, right? They were doing 100 damage, and then to nerf them to where they only do 40 damage, that's huge. That's a 60% decrease in the amount of damage they were doing, right? They couldn't even meet you halfway and go, okay, well, let's have it do 50 damage. They're like, let's take a big swing and take 60 damage off. We need to reduce heal offs, and we need to reduce or we need to slow down the pace of play in the at the very beginning of the game, and make it more risky to go after eliminations in the beginning of the game. So you know what? Let's just totally take out siphon. They go all the way. It wasn't just like, hey, you know what? Instead of siphon being 50 health, what if we just try halving it and go 25 health? They don't do that. They don't take half-hearted swings. They swing big, and sometimes they miss wildly, right? I don't know how many of you are baseball fans out there, but me, I'm a baseball fan, and connecting it to my local team here in Seattle, we have the Mariners, right? And Julio Rodriguez, one of the best players in baseball, right? And we've seen the last couple of years he gets off to a slow start. He's a big swinger, and sometimes he takes some big swings and they're big misses, but when he hits, it hits good. So that's kind of how I feel like Fortnite is. They're that type of player. They'll take some big swings and it totally misses. It's not right. You're wondering, what were they even thinking there? What were they doing? And then sometimes they hit a 500-foot home run. This one, there's some misses, big wild misses to me. I don't think you should be nerfing grenade damage that big. I don't think you need to fully remove siphon. There's some things that they can adjust with this, and try to just go to a middle ground where they can fit, again, bring it to baseball where you're hitting singles and doubles, right? Julio Rodriguez, sometimes he's not always good when he's just trying to hit home runs. But then he brings his average up. He starts hitting singles. He starts hitting doubles. He starts hitting the other way. Man, then you start thinking, wow, this looks like one of the best players in baseball. Same thing with Epic. If they would just, not take big wild swings all the times and just kind of go like, hey, what if we just adjust this a little bit and see how it affects it at first, and then we'll adjust this a little bit and see how it, how it affects things at first. They don't do that. They just take the big wild swings and hope it works out. But I like the general idea. For me, at least they're looking for the right thing. Right, again, baseball. Right, sometimes you see a batter just like swinging at like bad pitches. If they swing and miss, but it was a good pitch to hit, then you feel good about it. And that's kind of what I feel like the Fortnite team should be doing. They should be looking at not trying to hit big home runs and make these big wild changes, but like say, hey, let's see if we can do something here that will make a change, but not, nothing wild. Like maybe, again, just doing half of damage to grenades, reducing half of what Siphon was instead of moving it fully. Now, what I do like is the loot pool being the same across. Now, of course, this is an online game, okay, and they do a lot of big online competitions where there's literally tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of people playing, and there can be bugs that occur. And yeah, is that good? Is that enjoyable? No, it's not. Do I think it should be like the like if you just look at the pro communities, they just want those type of things removed completely, because they say, oh well, if it can't work 100% of the time, then it shouldn't be in the game, because there's big stakes on the line. And I get that sentiment, but as a fan of watching competitive gameplay for all types of games, Fortnite's not the first competitive game I've watched. It's not going to be the first and only or last competitive game I watch. But my goodness, competitive has become so boring to watch. Okay, I'm sick and tired of having the pro community just want items after item removed, and then when you watch them play in tournaments, it doesn't even feel like the same game, and it doesn't look like the same game that you play when you are just when you're playing. That's not what it should be. It should be that they have all the same things that anybody playing the game would have. And are there going to be pro players that can do some amazing things with those weapons? I'm not saying have bug exploits or find ways to cheat with them. I'm just saying their skill will be so much ahead of a casual player like me that it looks like something that I couldn't possibly do just because they have such skill. That is something I like to see. Again, bringing it to real sports. You don't watch basketball, baseball, football, hockey. They're not when they get to the pro level, everything's exactly the same. It's not like they're playing with different rules, playing with a different kind of ball. Everything is the same. They are just so good that they are that much better than everybody else that they would dominate any normal player. And that's how it should be in Fortnite. That's how it should be in competitive games in general to me. Because this has been happening in a lot of competitive games for a long time, where weapons get removed, or there's unwritten rules where players all decide that, oh hey, this is a broken weapon, so none of us are going to use it in the game, type of thing. it's not fun to watch. It's just not, because uh, when you're playing a game as a casual fan like me, there's a lot of really fun, cool, insane things that can happen when you yourself are playing the game. But when you're watching a competition and those items aren't in the game, so you know you're not going to see any of that kind of fun thing happen, it makes it not fun to watch. I mean, it's boring. I mean, I don't want to just watch people like have a building and editing competition, and you want to see the wild plays. Like in sports, there's still, like, if you're watching football, there could still be like wild trick plays that nobody sees coming, and that's the kind of thing that these wild items that Fortnite has in the game, that they can create those kind of moments that are actually fun to watch. There's a reason why competitive viewership over the years has gone way down. I mean, I remember when it used to be like hundreds of thousands of people watching competitions and watching tournaments, right? You know, I can't even honestly tell you what the numbers are. I know the numbers aren't that high. I know they're still good, but they're not as good as they could be. I just know that they've gone down because, for the most part, it's boring to watch. I mean, it's cool knowing that all these people have like that much skill when it comes to building and editing and their aim. But you want to see, like a football example, you want to see a kick return for a touchdown. You want to see a fake punt. You want to see a team go for a 2-point conversion. You want to see exciting plays that get you on the edge of your seat. I just feel like there's moments that can happen at the end of games in competitive Fortnite. But if a competitive match lasts, let's say, 25 minutes, right? And you're waiting for 22 minutes so that you can get to the last 3 minutes where the exciting part of the match is going to happen. That's not good. You want there to be exciting plays that happen throughout the match. I think there are certain things that they should do to help with that, and one of those things being that they're getting correct with this recent update is making the loot pools similar and the same across casual, ranked, and competitive tournament play. They still need to change some things, again, going forward with the siphon, the damage with grenades, heavy snipers, and I hope going forward, as they make changes, I could see where competitive players have a point where these swings are too big, because if you are making this big of changes in the middle of times where players are supposed to be qualifying for tournaments, or they're in players have already qualified under a certain set of style of play or set of parameters, and then you like make this big of a change, and now other players are trying to qualify under a whole different parameter of what the items are doing or what the gameplay becomes because of removing siphon and that type of thing. I could see how that would be super frustrating. So hopefully after this first this 0 season of ranked and going forward, hopefully they can get to a place where they are making minor adjustments now rather than these big huge swings. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. I would love to know what the community thinks out there that listens to this show. What do you think? Are you excited about the changes that they've made? to competitive play, and is it going to get you back into watching more competitive play again? At this point, like, I catch a match here and there, where it used to be when there was a Fortnite tournament going on. I was tuning in, even if I was doing other things. I would have it on my phone, so that was at least on the background, and I would like, kind of be watching out of the corner of my eye, or checking in on it and see what was going on. And where now, a lot of times now, I don't even realize that. I don't even realize like the starting time of what the competition is, and then when I look at my phone and look on social media, be like, oh, I guess the they're in the middle of a tournament that's happening right now today. I didn't even remember, because I don't think about it, because it's just not that exciting to watch at this time. But again, these changes, I think it's getting it in the right direction. But again, let me know what you think. I want to know. Does this get you back into competitive, or has it been so long that you don't care about it, that you just don't care anymore because it's already been boring for so long that you don't see yourself getting back into it? Or is it just something that you're not into in the first place? Let me know either way. All right, but that's the opinion part of the show today. Since there was no news, let's go ahead and dive into looking at some LTMs that you can play on this weekend. Maybe, hopefully, a long weekend for you, like it is for me, since Memorial Day weekend is here. We got Giant Escape Room 5, Egg Hunt 2, 160 eggs, Duo Escape Run and Boss Fight, Llama Wars, Ultimate Ramp Jump, Pew Pew, Memes Pursuit, and a whole lot more to be discovered in that Discover tab. Let's look at the quest. I believe we went over everything for this week, so let's double check. Yeah, we went over all the weekly quests for this week, so let's head on over to that item shop and see what's in the item shop today. Let's see. We got the football icons and Fortnite Football Club still here. Across the Spider-Verse still here. Captain Hypatia still here. We got the Assault Trooper outfit for 800. The Baki outfit with Moki back bling for 1,200. Stop Axe Harvesting Tool for 800. Sugar Rush emote for 500. The Bubbly Wrap for 500. The Waterworks emote for 200. Amano's Heart Bundle is still here. Bunny Wolf outfit with the Heart Grid back bling for 1,500. The Lion outfit with the Diamond Grid back bling for 1,500. The Neonimal Wrap for 500. We got the Renegade Robotics Bundle, which has a Renegade Raider outfit with a Raider's Rucksack back bling for 1,200. Renegade Star Harvesting Tool for 500. Mark of the Renegade Wrap for 500. Or that's all in the bundle, plus the Renegade Reunion loading screen, all for 1,600, which is 600 off the total. With a Wild Frontier bundle, we'll have the Rustler outfit with the Leather Lugger back bling for 1,200, Wrangler outfit with Saddlebag back bling for 1,200, Spurred Swinger Harvesting Tool for 500, Utility Axe Harvesting Tool for 500, Rustler Plaid Wrap for 300. Or that's all together in that bundle for 2,000, which is 1,700 off the total. We got the Ruby outfit with the Red Alert back bling for 1,200, Stripe Slicer Harvesting Tool for 500, Sky Stripe Glider for 500, the Geometric bundle, which has the Geometric outfit with Floating Island back bling for 1,500, Cube Axe Harvesting Tool for 1,200, Cubic Assimilation Wrap for 500. Or that's all in that Geometric bundle for a total of 2,100, which is 1,100 off the total. All right, and that looks like everything today. You can get any and all of these items using code Mikey, MMMIKIE, in the item shop, and some of the proceeds will go to help support the show. For our item of the day today, you know what? Going back to a classic one for me, and brings back a lot of good memories, is that Geometric bundle. You gotta love Kevin the Cube. So when you see Kevin the Cube, how could you not put it towards the top of your list in the item shop? All right, so there you go. Geometric bundle, that's the item of the day today. All right, and that's going to be the episode. And for real, I want to know your opinions. How do you like this change? Are you, are you somebody? Are you liking ranked in general? Is it getting you into playing in ranked mode? Or are you still just going into, regular public lobbies? And if you are playing in ranked modes, does it get you more interested in playing in competitive style tournaments now because you're playing in ranked and having fun doing it? Or, are you somebody out there who you're hearing my opinion of this and you just think I'm the dumbest guy ever? And whenever I talk about my competitive opinions, I always get at least a couple of people in the community who are super into competitive and they see themselves as competitive players who will DM me or message me, email me, and let me know how dumb my opinion is on this and how I don't know anything about competitive esports, even though I've been watching them for like 20 years or whatever. Okay, and maybe I'm not a pro, but I know what's entertaining to watch. that's what I'm saying. Again, I understand the frustration of the professional players, but you also need to understand if you are a professional player and you want people to watch you play, so that and you want people to keep playing the game that you play that makes you money. You want them to keep, you want casuals to keep playing the game so that it makes money, so that they can pay competitive players. You have to understand what frustrates the casual players about watching competitive, right? So but again, even if you are one of those people, please message me. I love to hear your opinions either way. Let's see. That is the episode, so make sure you go join that daily Fortnite Discord and hang out with us. Follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Head over to Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star rating and a written review for a shout out on the show. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And until next time, have fun, be safe, and don't get lost in the storm.